Why it truly sucks to be Satoru Gojo. Being the strongest sounds like a dream, doesn't it? To walk through life knowing no one can touch you, no one can threaten you, no one can take away the things you love. It's the fantasy we've all had at some point. But for Satoru Gojo, the strongest sorcerer in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, that dream is nothing more than a prison. Because being untouchable doesn't mean being happy. Being invincible doesn't mean being free. And sometimes, being the strongest is the loneliest curse of them all. Today, we're peeling back the blindfold to uncover the heartbreaking truth of why it sucks, truly, painfully sucks, to be Satoru Gojo. Section 1, The Mask of the Strongest. On the surface, Gojo is dazzling. He's funny, cocky, always cracking jokes, and carrying himself like nothing in the world can shake him. And that's exactly the point. That image, the carefree strongest sorcerer, isn't just his personality, it's his mask. Because if Gojo ever showed the weight he truly carries, if he ever let people see the loneliness, the burden, the pain, it would terrify them. People don't want to see their protector bleed. They want the myth, they want the god. So Gojo hides himself behind laughter, sarcasm, and that blindfold. He lets the world see the strongest sorcerer and never the man beneath. Section 2, Loneliness at the Top. Imagine climbing a mountain so high, no one else could ever follow you. You stand at the peak, able to see everything, every danger, every path, every possibility. But when you turn around, there's no one there. No one by your side. No one who understands what it feels like to be where you are. That's Gojo's life. Yes, he has allies. Yes, he has students. But when it comes to true equals, he has none. And it's hard to form bonds when everyone else sees you not as a friend, but as something above them. Strength gave Gojo the world's respect, but it also stole his chance at real connection. And that loneliness is a wound infinity can't block. Section 3, The Endless Burden of Responsibility. Being the strongest doesn't mean you're free. It means you're responsible. Every curse outbreak, every threat to the Jujutsu world, every enemy too dangerous for anyone else? Guess who has to step in? Gojo doesn't get to say no. He doesn't get to rest. He doesn't get to live for himself. Because when you're the only one who can save people, you don't get the luxury of choice. You carry that burden, or people die. The irony is cruel. The stronger he became, the less control he had over his own life. Section 4, Shackled by the system he hates. And what makes it worse? Gojo knows the Jujutsu society is broken. He sees how it sacrifices children, clings to outdated traditions, and silences anyone who questions authority. He wants to change it. He dreams of a future where his students, Megumi, Yuji, Nobara, can live in a better world. But for all his strength, Gojo is chained. Because raw power can destroy enemies, but it can't shatter ideology. He could kill every elder, every leader, but what then? Another would rise in their place. The strongest sorcerer in history, and still, he can't change the system that breeds suffering. That's a different kind of prison. Section 5, The Pain of Losing What Matters. Strength can protect the world, but it can't protect your heart. For Gojo, the deepest scar isn't from a curse technique. It's from losing his best friend, Suguru Geto. The two of them were unstoppable together. Gojo's strength and Geto's cunning, side by side. They dreamed of reshaping the world. But when Geto fell into darkness, Gojo couldn't save him. Not with infinity, not with limitless, not with all the power in existence. And when he had to end Geto's life with his own hands, it proved that strength isn't enough. Not when it comes to the people you love. That's the kind of wound that never heals. And behind every smile, Gojo shows his students that pain still lingers. Section 6, The World That Can't Survive Without Him. Here's the terrifying truth. If Gojo falls, everything falls with him. The balance of the Jujutsu world exists because of him. He's the shield holding back chaos, the single wall between order and destruction. And the enemies of sorcerers know it. That's why every plan begins with the same goal: remove Gojo, seal him, kill him, take him off the board. That means Gojo doesn't get to be human. He doesn't get to have flaws or make mistakes or even imagine a normal life. Because the second he falters, the entire world collapses. Imagine living every day knowing that if you fail, even once, the people you love will pay the price. That isn't strength, it's a nightmare. Section 7, The Curse of Infinity. Gojo's very technique, infinity, makes him untouchable, but it also makes him untouchable in a different way. People can't reach him. Not physically, not emotionally. He is always at a distance, always just out of reach. And isn't that the cruelest symbolism? The man who can't be touched is also the man no one can truly connect with. Section 8, The Weight of Teaching. Gojo puts his hope in his students. He trains Yuji, Megumi, Nobara, and countless others because he believes they can build a world better than the one he inherited. But there's tragedy even in that, because Gojo knows he won't be around forever. He knows one day, whether through sealing, betrayal, or death, his students will have to carry on without him. Every lesson he teaches them is also a goodbye. Every moment of laughter in his classroom is a silent prayer. Maybe they won't have to live the life I lived. Section 9, The Tragedy of the Strongest. At the end of the day, Gojo is a tragic paradox. He is the most powerful man alive, and yet the most powerless when it comes to the things that truly matter. He can destroy nations, but can't save his best friend. He can shield the world, but can't change its heart. He can protect countless lives, but can't live his own. And so he laughs, he jokes, he struts around like a god, all while hiding the truth. That being Satoru Gojo is not a blessing. It's a curse. Conclusion, emotional wrap-up. So why does it suck to be Gojo? Because strength without peace is just another form of suffering. Because being untouchable means being alone. And because the world sees him as a weapon, when all he's ever wanted is to be a man. Gojo teaches his students to live, to laugh, to carry the torch into a brighter future. But for him, his fate is sealed. He was born to be the strongest, and cursed to carry the weight of it until the very end. What about you? Do you think Gojo's life is a gift or a tragedy disguised as one? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it. And if you want more deep dives into the characters of Jujutsu Kaisen, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Because sometimes, the stories of the strongest are the saddest of all.